For those of you guys who needed the introduction, that's me, Paper. Cut to you, and I think I just ruined these kids' day. And for those of you who follow me, you know that I do a lot of stuff with the grappling hook in Titanfall. Well, you know what? You guys are going to see more of it now too, even in Call of Duty, because I'm going to be the one true ruin. I'm going to go ahead and claim that dog tag because only a ruin can. This is the first class that I got my gunship with in this game, so it's a little special to me. And I just have a thing for grappling hooks. I used to play Bionic Commando, and that was all about the hook. And in my opinion, this is the fastest Call of Duty I've ever played. But it's nothing compared to Titanfall, and when I brought over what I learned from that game into this one, I improved my game just because I wasn't getting flanked as much anymore. I was a lot quicker to dodge fire, exploit the larger increase in the TTK, exploit the fact that people actually have to maintain aim. Except of course if you're running these dualies, but we can talk about these in a little bit. I'm on console, by the way, so the argument is a little bit different here, and I am going to address that because it won't take me long. There's actually not that much to it. But what I want to talk about today is about this grappling hook and just the mobility that you get out of this character and how useful it actually is. And since Call of Duty games are particularly short, my format works really good, so we're going to be able to flesh out one complete video with small examples to start and then a complete game to end with. I first wanted to start off by just showing you a couple of things that you can do with the grappling hook. You can put these guys to bed. Go ahead, get in your bunk bed, boys. Camping isn't going to do you as much good here, unless of course you're McTater Tots with that damn razor wire. Doesn't matter to me though, man. I'm a badass. I take out dogs, so I don't care. And this little gun packs a punch. And this magazine holds a lot of bullets. And we're just about at the end of this montage, so I hope you guys got a quick overview of what is possible with this thing and the different scenarios that you can use it in. Before we get into the core of the video though, I just want to talk quickly about the grappling hook itself. The things that you need to be aware is that once you shoot it, you can disengage it at any time and then airstrafe off of it, as we say in Titanfall, which just means jumping off to the left, to the right to get a little bit more speed, or you can fling yourself forwards. And the whole thing about this grappling hook is speed, but you also don't want to be unpredictable with it, which usually means you want to jump off to the left or to the right, because people will typically shoot where the grappling hook is aimed, so you don't want to just go in the typical way that most people would see. I learned early on that if somebody sees you with the grappling hook, you need to jump off of it straight away. Now the whole emphasis of this part is how fast I got to the back of the spawn and how I used it at every step of the way in order to just be a little bit ahead of the play. That's what I find the grappling hook is good for. It lets you get from point A to point B fast, which typically means safe. It also completely throws off anything that the opponent knows about regular movement. Certain maps will allow you to actually use your grappling hook to jump over walls. There is not many spots for this, but there is a lot of things that you can do even when you can't get over a wall. Just shooting it straight up will make it seem like you're gone. You're practically Batman. People will come around the corner and be like, where did you go? Never underestimate hip fire in this game. Here's an interesting thing. When you want more grappling hook, it means you're not running the stim shot, which means that every so often I found myself that I did not have full health, and I'm like, why didn't I have full health? It's because I was stuck on a different timing where I expected to already be healing. I talked about in my last video that in this game now there is more actions per minute, which means that when you miss an action, you're probably going to be hurting. It's like, oh, you remembered to heal, but you forgot to reload and things like that. So this is again the same concept. We're going to do another opener, which means that we're going to get to mid or any position that people are used to meeting the first person. We're going to throw that out the window by just being a little bit closer than they expect. I didn't skip off there because it would have just made me like shoot at the ceiling. So you have to know when you want to skip out and when you just want to disengage it or let it pull you in naturally. That's what's going to make the difference between getting into a window correctly when you have to shoot the grappling hook from an awkward place. So you can see how I'm just going to plow through straight through. I'm also going to take this dude's gun. And that's what I do with the grappling hook. I just throw people's timings off with it. And I finally feel like I've gotten into my groove, and I want to show you guys just something that I think is the core Call of Duty. This right here. Killing somebody, backing up, re-engaging. And I talked about this as well and just talked about it as doubling back, because that's really all you can do in Call of Duty when it comes to positioning. You're moving up and then you're backing up and letting people chase you, and then you go back forwards. This was an interesting moment. I kind of got into the groove of killing people, but I had enough time to go behind cover, so that was my mistake. This game has the TTK that allows you to make tactical decisions like retreating, which at times is the best thing that you can do, and with the Ruin, you can do it better than anybody. When I first picked this character, it was just because I play Titanfall, and I'm like, oh, this guy has a grappling hook, this is gonna be funny, you know, I'll show people that play Titanfall me using a grappling hook in COD. And it turns out I'm actually like, no, this is the best one, and I've used the guy with the 9-bang. And there's no denying that that shield is amazing, and the 9-bang, well, we've all been hit by it, so yeah, we know. But Ruin just let me be so consistent, plus the uptime on the hook is really high. If you're running the equipment charge, it is so quick. Alright, this is pretty cocky, but I'm gonna take a quick look. No one? Okay. The hard decision was actually pulling back. Like, you don't want to overextend. Yes, you're the fastest guy on the field at times, but being too quick is gonna get you as killed as being too slow in this game. But I would rather be quick. I just find being fast pays off in this game. And it's just the way it's gonna have to be, because you have to do all these things: reload, hit your health. Some people may think that they died too quick, and every so often I catch myself thinking that, and I look back at the replay, and it's because I forgot to hit my health. It was out of commission by like just a millisecond, and I didn't notice that it didn't register because I'm doing all these other things like dodging and shooting, right? Because I'm not just concentrating on watching my guy bandage up. I am instantly back in the fight. I just don't have time to spare. And it's funny how you miss things like that, just like now. And I have not caught that because I assumed I had already healed. Yeah, that's a big mistake. I'm lucky to not be dead. I found this so interesting because that's when I knew how big of a thing it is, and I guarantee I'm not the only one making this mistake. And you have to watch these timings if you're somebody that's going to be switching between the stim shot and the equipment charge, or any other perk other than the stim shot, because when you get used to that timing, it's very easy for you to think that you've healed when you haven't. That usually happens when you get into 2 engagements really fast. So that's one thing worth noting, because if you're going to be fast, you have to also have the health. If not, you can't get into a new engagement without having full health. Not going in at an even footing in this game with a time to kill like this, even when it is extended for Call of Duty, it's just not going to work out for you. You may have noticed that my game is slowing down. That's because I'm getting to my kill streak, and I know if I can get to this kill streak, I can probably get to my other kill streaks. And I always do the same approach. I'm extremely fast and aggressive. I try to build up a few kills, and once I have gotten there and I'm about to get one of my kill streaks or one of my higher kill streaks, then I'll start to play smart and go for just some points. There's no reason not to. I think the kill streaks are some of the best part of Call of Duty. I think that's what you should be trying to do. You should be trying to get your kill streaks, because it's really the only reward you get in this game. If not, I'm just shooting guys repeatedly, which to me would get boring. You know what's not boring? Using a gunship. It was so satisfying. It was my first time too, so I'm just like spamming the buttons, and it turned out to be like every other gunship. It just alternates between 3 weapons. But it still feels amazing, and I love getting it. Disappointed they didn't bring something else like that for the kill streaks. Maybe you can pilot the jets and things like that. Like it was literally just the exact same gunship. Still feels awesome though. Still does. I wanted to talk about some kill streaks, and not just how to get them, because really there's no for sure way of just saying this is how you get them. Because it's just going to depend on your skill and what kill streaks are you really trying to get. Like, you have to be realistic. I find setting them up, if you're going to go for something high, usually I will also have some mid-tier perks, but even then, like, it's hard to give tips. Like, you literally just need to play good, or get into a lobby with some guys with potato aim, and maybe eventually you're going to get a gunship too. Yeah, sorry guys, I really don't have tips for you guys to get kill streaks, because there's just so many variables. Are you playing with a team? Are they all going to help you by picking up your ammo, using your tack? They can just run out there and keep using your tack to get some quick points for you, you know, things like that. Like, there's ways to exploit it, but other than just playing smart and keep moving forwards and watch your back depending on what you see on your screen. Like right now I'm trying to pay attention to where their spawn points are. I'm like, where is the safest spot for me to be? And if I can find that, then I'm going to be doing all right. Because you just can't engage people if you're getting shot in the back. And sometimes it's not your fault. By the way, that grapple can easily be thrown off if you're not straight ahead. If you try to come in from the side, usually you'll skip off. And that's actually the case for a lot of jumps in this game. The grappling hook is just not that flexible. You can't manipulate the hook itself. You can only manipulate yourself as you're jumping off of it. The only other way is to just be creative with where you shoot it. I'm surprised by how high I can actually shoot it to just go straight up. That's actually one of the trickiest ways to use it. Instead of you going horizontal, just go straight up. Super tricky. But we're just about at the end of the video. In the next one, I want to just show you guys, the kill streaks are just so fun because there is this pressure mounting on you for you to get them, and it's almost like your first Fortnite experience, or if you've ever played any of the Battle Royales, your first experience of winning, your heart is pumping. Too late, I got my kill streak. Doesn't matter anymore, and now I'm back to going just gun-ho. It just gets your heart pumping, and that's what I like about it. It gives you something to do on the battlefield. Like, yeah, KD is nice seeing it all high, but I want the toys. And Call of Duty is good for that. I've now moved over to a lot of controlled streaks. It's funny, I have the drones and then the Mantis, but I'm like, oh, I can't control the Mantis because then the drones don't do anything if I activate them both. But the Mantis did surprisingly well on its own, so I'll just showcase some of that stuff in that video as well. After this, what are we doing? No other new games for a bit, so we're pretty much going to be sticking with the library that we're doing now until Battlefield hits. So what about these guns? On console, honestly, I don't think they're the best. It really depends on the level. If I were to stay in these rooms, yeah, it could be quite good. But then you have to be an idiot to just continuously be running into me in there without changing up your kit or changing up your weapon in order to do something that's going to counter that. Because really, that's your fault. If somebody left me in there, which is what I would do unless I have some sort of counter build, it's just not worth it. Like, you have to play smart yourself too. Would I be surprised if this changes on PC? You know what? I'm not on PC, so I have no opinion. But I can see how that could be an issue there, and I'll just leave it at that. But that is it for this video, so if you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment. For you people that are following me for Call of Duty, don't worry, we're going to be doing more of that. For you who follow me for Titanfall, we're going to be doing more of that. And Battlefield, somebody messaged me about an old Battlefield video. They're like, what, you don't do more Battlefield, damn it. I'm sorry guys, man, but I can't go back to an old Battlefield, not now when a new one's coming out, so we're definitely going to be picking it up there. But again, thank you for joining me. I'm Paper, cut to you, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, I'm real smart. Same guy that's about to blow his kill streak is going to tell you about them in the next one.